Hi guys, I hope you're having a good evening. so I love wrestling. I remember telling you guys that. I absolutely love wrestling, especially old school stuff. Uh, but because of me being in love with wrestling, I'm always getting pop-ups of different things that's happened in their lives, whether they passed, whether they've committed a murder, or whether they're haunted. Well, one of my favorite ones is about Rowdy Roddy Piper. He actually was on the show My Ghost Story and a haunting, and that was with Kim Russo. So I'm going to read you here what he has to say, and then I'm going to also show you a clip with Roddy, and he's with Kim Russo, the psychic. So it says, Rowdy Roddy Piper recalls ghostly encounter with deceased WWE wrestler. This is actually pretty cool. It's about Adrian Odonis. He actually saved them. So it says WWE Hall of Famer Rowdy Roddy Piper recalls his ghostly encounter with a deceased WWE wrestler during the Biography Channel's Saturday night airing of Celebrity Ghost Stories. If you've never seen it, I encourage you to watch it. Most of them are on YouTube. They're amazing. Roddy summarized his early days in the professional wrestling industry as a 22-year-old kid with no family. He met another 22-year-old kid named Adrian Odonis, and they became best friends. He recalled angrily snapping at people, which led to Adrian calming him down and advising him to purchase a house. Adrian believed that a house purchase would give Piper the family life he desperately wanted. He did months later, and he did find happiness. Roddy faced Adrian Odonis before 93,000 people, spectators at WrestleMania 3, laminated his death in a car accident. Adrian was killed on July 4th, 1988, in Lewisport, Newfoundland, while riding in a minivan with fellow wrestlers William Mike Kelly Arco, Victor Pat Kelly Arco, and Dave Wildman McKigney. Adonis, McKigney, and Pat Kelly were killed when the driver, Mike Kelly, allegedly swerved in order to avoid hitting a moose, and blinded by the sun, inadvertently drove into a lake. Mike Kelly survived, albeit with severe leg injuries. But that's when Adrian passed, who was Roddy's best friend. Roddy said his daughter Ariel would later wake up in the middle of the night and scream because she saw a man in her bedroom. Her son would see shadows. His son would see shadows and hear noises in an inexplicable manner. One day when Roddy arrived home from a long road trip, his son Colt came running out of the residence, screaming that there was a man in the house. He stormed inside, ready to confront the intruder, when he notices that the logs from the fireplace had tumbled out and caught the carpet on fire. As he scrambled to extinguish the fire, he encountered the ghost of Adrian Odonis. Adrian said, "Hey, Roddy." Then he disappeared. Roddy stood still for a long time. Since he didn't want to leave the room, he became emotional while recalling the event. Roddy believes Adrian is looking out for him and his family in the house that he was encouraged to purchase. He says Adrian is his brother and that he would have never believed in ghosts had it not been for that encounter. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I agree with this person down here. Holy fuck. Okay, so now we're on to The Haunting of, it's called. This is also, you can see parts and clips and stuff on YouTube. But this is when Roddy is introduced to Kim Russo, which is a psychic, and he explains his story to her. It's pretty interesting. Look at him.
Jackpot City is the home of all things casino. There's just one house rule to create the
He saw you.
Oh my god. So he did write "I love you" on the back of the picture. And he saw him tear up. Like, this really... Adrian was his best friend. Adrian is what whipped Roddy into shape because he's very controversial, Mr. Rowdy Piper. He really is. I've always liked him, but, you know... Heartbreaking. I forgot about that part. Wow.
And how you're going to experience life. You either have to experience it on this...
I think he's watching over their family because they were so close. They were like brothers in real life. And when I found out that Roddy had this experience, I always assumed the same thing. That Adrian is hovering over when he's protecting him.
This playoff season, a refreshing taste that's easy to enjoy. Bud Light.
I love that for him. I thought that was one of the most sad stories with a really good happy ending, because I do believe that Roddy needed to hear that, and he was lost, you know, he wasn't doing very good. And like I said, Adrian was his brother, not by blood, but it doesn't matter, that was his brother. And when he lost Adrian, he lost a huge part of himself, and it was really hard for him to get out of that. Now when Kim Russo visited and they took like this episode here, he's been doing amazing ever since. I keep checking up on him just to make sure he's not that sad looking broken man anymore. He's dad. He's a husband. He's amazing. I've always loved Roddy Rowdy Piper. I think he's great. Like I said, I know there's a lot of controversy around him. I don't care. He's a good man in my books, and he broke the cycle when it came to his father. I mean, I don't even know the man, but I'm proud of him. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. I usually this is my type of thing to do. Anything with ghosts or true crime, like, I love this stuff. And I just thought maybe my love of these things would end up you guys loving them as well. There's 2 more wrestlers I want to cover. One is Kevin Nash. He had a ghostly experience. And then the other one is, I'm debating, that one is Chris Benoit. He's the one that unalived his whole family. Yeah, it was really bad. And then I'll keep going down and see what else I can find. I don't know. I love wrestling, love the history of wrestling, and I love ghosts. So, I mean, both of them combined is, like, amazing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye.